Hello, everybody, and welcome to the stream. And say hello to our entire cast? Adventuring party.
Our cast.
Crast. We're a crast, which is crap and a cast at the same time.
No, that's not.
Yes.
Okay, sure. Anywho.
It's purely because I'm here. Don't worry.
Well,
they're all golden. I'm the one that's crap.
Say hello to our adventuring party, our player characters for this D&D campaign, completely homebrewed. Liberty lost, freedom gained. Let's introduce
Run now.
Let's introduce everyone. Let's start with Matt over here.
Wearing my keyfish cert.
Keyfish cert? What?
Yep, keyfish.
Keyleth
Cert?
Fish.
Keyleth fish? Oh, okay.
Sure.
Okay. Sure.
Oh.
Sure, that's
You
a
said
thing that
cert.
happened.
Anyhow, Matt, aka
I know what I meant.
Melodor219. Introduce yourself.
Like our illustrious DM said, I am Melodor219, a streamer over on Ye Old Twitch, and I'm going to be playing Zayana, the Drow Bard.
Above him, we have Emily, also known as Ember. Say hi and introduce yourself.
Hello. As Yvonne said, my name is Emily, also known as Ember. I am playing Sienna, the angry barbarian burb of the group, who likes to rage.
Above me, we have Howie, aka Blue, aka Strgtscntst. Go on ahead.
I'm that. I will be playing Meru. Meru. He's he is a Blue Jay Aarakocra wizard. Because of course he is. I don't know what else I would ever play.
Next to him, we have Jamey, aka KrimzonKnight Gaming. Introduce yourself.
Oh.
Just do it.
Fine. Hi, everybody. I'm KrimzonKnight.
Oh,
Ooh.
You can
God.
find me at KrimzonKnight Gaming on Twitch.com or Twitch.tv actually is the URL.
Yeah.
And anyway, I play Jason Heartsword at your service.
And below.
I'm also the worst person in this group.
Below him, we have Tim, aka Lincoln Yellow, aka not Crimson Knight, Golden Knight.
We're slightly different.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
It's
there
like
can
looking in a
only be
slightly
one.
off mirror.
You know
There
those.
can only be one.
You know those movies and games where you look in the mirror and there's an alternate reality and you end up like accidentally pulling that person into your world? Yeah. No.
Yeah,
Anyhow.
now Jamey is in our world, and I'm so sorry.
Anyhow, Tim,
Through a
introduce
mirror
yourself.
darkly.
Yeah, so I'm Tim. I play Teldian. He's the old guy. Likes to punch things and miss a lot.
Dang.
And
Like he likes to do old person violence. If I
Yeah.
remember the joke from session 1.
Yep.
Old person violence.
yeah, old people violence.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Not new person violence, specifically old person violence.
Ye oldie person.
All right. So I just realized something wrong. Okay, give me a mo. So this is a completely homebrewed campaign coming out of my freaking brain. It's probably a mess because of all of that. But with
We
that
believe
being
in
No, I'm pretty sure that if it's a mess, it's because of the rest of us.
Pretty sure.
This is an accurate statement.
all right.
Could open my notes. That would probably be a good thing.
Yeah, it would be really great if you had your notes.
Oh yeah, my notes.
Oh
Where'd I
yeah,
put
your
them?
notes.
Yeah, I also have notes.
Notes.
Notes, guys, notes.
So,
Real shit.
as for what happened last time, who wants to take the mantle of being our orator of the past?
I would, but I would do it very poorly and not in a way that you would want me to. Let's be real.
Well, I can do at least.
If you
part of
allowed
it.
me to do that, there would be regret.
The group finally went to Zayana's house, and all of
She had a big
our
library.
patrons slash lords and the like were there. Discussed our findings with our various patrons and all of that. It was decided that we would have a low profile for the time being, due to some concerns involving a criminal whom Jason is familiar with, and possible causes of forest fires and all that sort of thing. Had to talk my father down from disbanding the group entirely.
Thank you, by the way.
It was a lovely time. Jason helped out with the horses. I showed Teldi and Meru my father's library, and that we had a wonderful time in there. And
Incredible resources.
All of us are trying to decide a ship name for Meru and Zayana, by the way.
Yeah.
Everybody but Meru and Zayana.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
we're debating between Marana and Zeru.
Yeah.
Not quite sure yet.
And then someone
Mirana is my
along the
stripper
line
name,
said
so
it's
Zatu,
okay.
and I was
not.
like, no, that's a Pokemon.
Fair.
And
Yeah.
now we're just kind of all going our separate ways for the time being until we get together again for our next possible mission.
And no one but Meru told anyone about the actual drow locations. Meru did tell his commanding officer, commanding lord, that there were specific information. I mean, that was his task. He did tell the truth in his task that he found them, but he gave like maps and details, so this won't go wrong at all.
Meru is very trusting of his of the people he serves under.
Mm.
Yep.
And Zayana didn't even say anything about the drow to her own father.
You know? No
Her
one told
own
anything.
father. And yet. Anyhow,
But anyway, let us proceed.
as we get into it, everybody stretch. Make sure that you have your hydration fluid. If you have meds, please take them. And we shall.
Oh shit! I'll be right back.
Got reminded.
Speaking of meds,
Yes, take this time to please check if you had any meds to take. And if so,
Okay, we're
please
back.
take them now.
Carry on.
Okay.
Sorry.
So, also last time, Teldian's I keep wanting to say commander now. Teldian's master, Lord Worthington, asked Teldian to go into the capital and check out a couple of people who might be competition or possible work partners. And also, Meru's master, Count Folke, said that he should come with him back to their hometown. So, so this is when the party splits, which is always good.
Dun dun dun.
Nothing bad ever happened when the party split.
Nothing
Bad
not
at all.
No.
Why would there
Ever.
be anything bad?
The only thing that's ever happened when a D&D party is split has been really good storytelling.
You're not wrong.
Well, I suppose. All right.
From a certain point of view.
From a certain point of view. Anyhow. So,
Here again.
the next morning, after the last meeting, which was also in the morning time, unless there was something that y'all wanted to do, yes?
How quickly after the morning does Jason get found in the stables and chased out?
Chased out? Probably
Yes.
not, because y'all went through that last time.
I think the problem last time.
But he
was
slept
the
there
fact
again.
that
He
Jason-
slept there again?
I think the problem last time was that he wasn't like doing something he was obligated to do.
Yeah, he wasn't getting ready for the meeting. That's
That-
why he got chased out the first time.
That, and also, you know, random guy messing with the horses.
And sleeping in the stables.
Yeah. But mostly messing with the horses. Anyhow. So, next morning, after the decision to keep a low profile for about a week, this is where the party is splitting, metaphorically. Before we go into our previously established two factions, is there anything that anyone else would like to do or tackle? No. All right.
I don't.
Okay.
I think I wanted to have a conversation with Miru at some point, but I don't remember what it was about or anything like that, and I can't find it in my notes, so I must have decided that I didn't actually want to do that.
Yeah. I don't think Sienna had anything to do except for more prayer and sending letters between her and her mom, her family, but that's about it. I mean, she didn't really have much she needed to do, and she's not going to travel all the way back home for... Like, it would take a week to get there, basically, if she was traveling on foot. Yeah.
Have we been paid yet?
No.
Okay. In that case, I have nothing left to do.
Okay. But that does bring up the fact that y'all do need to get paid.
Yeah.
I mean, we're saying that to ourselves. But it feels...
Sienna would probably bring it up with her commanding officer, to be fair. She'd probably say, hey, you know, when's everyone getting paid? Just so that way we can provide ourselves with supplies.
Yeah, Meru would not mention this. He would
Wait,
be a
y'all
little
getting
too
paid?
trusting once again.
Sienna would just basically be like, we need to get paid so we can provide supplies for the trip. And whatever else we do.
Okay. So let's say this morning, as both I almost said Ziana, as both Meru and Teldian are packing up to leave. Of course, Lord Estrada, not Lord Estrada, Marquis Estrada, also known as Lieutenant General Estrada, is doing his normal morning routine, exercising, then walking the grounds. Do you seek him out, Sienna?
Sure.
Okay.
Why not?
Why not?
We're already screwing over some things. Why not?
I'm sorry, guys.
We're just accelerating the things more than Yvonne would like them to be accelerated.
It's a bit fast, but it's okay.
Just gonna speed up that process.
Just a little bit. Anyhow. But, yes. So as Lieutenant General is walking the grounds, Sienna, I take it that you approach him.
Yeah, I casual stroll up, not like aggressive or anything, just casual stroll. Just so happen to run into him.
Oh, just,
Oh, hey!
Hey, what are you doing here?
Fancy meeting you here.
What are you doing here?
Oh, no.
How did I bump
Has
into
no
you?
charisma, y'all. Like, this is natural.
Okay.
Just like, oh, hey, how are you? What's going on?
So you approach. He continues walking as you, I would say, start walking abreast.
Yeah. Probably walking with him,
Mhm.
Even if he continues. Just
Mhm.
like, hey!
Good morning, Sienna.
Good morning, sir.
I trust you are doing well.
I am, yes, thank you.
Are you concerned about your party?
Not in the slightest, why?
I usually don't see you out here in the morning.
Well, I mean, she kind of gives a look like I am an owl. we're more night type people, like afternoon, evening.
Yes.
I mean, she kind of is like, I get up early like one time. Almost like Huffy appearance. Doesn't say that to him, just like thinking to herself, I get up early one time, dang it. She's like, no, I'm not concerned about the party. I just wanted to inquire if we were getting paid so that way we could provide for the next trip, the next adventure.
Well, we currently have no plans for when you will be deployed next.
Doesn't mean it hurts to prepare, sir.
So what do you believe you'll be preparing for?
I mean, what am I not preparing for? You tell me, you're the captain. Will we need more supplies in terms of weaponry? Will we need more supplies in terms of repairing our clothing or medical supplies?
All right. Though I'm sorry. All right. So even though, of course, we would provide anything that you would need for any adventure under the party that is formed through the Lords. You do understand that, yes?
Yes, but that doesn't mean that the party might want to invest in something that isn't necessarily a generic item provided. Some people might want to invest in getting something maybe slightly better. Maybe they have something that they've been eyeing on to get to help improve their skills.
I suppose that you all would need to make sure that you are properly trained before you go out again.
Especially given the circumstances.
Very well. Will you be able to gather the rest of your adventuring party and meet us in the common hall in about 2 hours?
Of course.
So,
So Sienna obviously gives her salute
mm-hmm,
and everything before running off to go collect the party.
mm-hmm. So, at this point, Meru, Count Folke is already loading up some, like, horses and his modest but pretty nice carriage with stuff to take back to your village, including the silk that you brought, or at least some of it.
Okay. I didn't think he was the one that wanted the silk.
He wanted one. He talked.
Okay.
I know. He wanted one. He talked to them.
Begrudgingly, they gave him some.
Favors are traded.
They did that thing where they're like, when somebody's like, "Can I have a piece?" and they take a piece and then they cut the piece in like a tenth, give the person like the tenth, and then keep the rest. Cut out just like a little corner that's about the size of a hand.
Lord Folka's not like that.
So, yes, Lord Folke is getting people to load up his things. And he is going to be looking for you to join him whenever he is finished. Keep in mind, you still have the 2 hours until payday, or pay time.
Okay. I haven't been told anything about 2 hours till pay time.
Yeah, you don't know yet.
As far as I know, I was told to basically prepare to go home this afternoon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So basically, that's what I've done. I've gathered up all my stuff and am I want to say basically eagerly awaiting the trip home. Not expecting a ride, planning on flying most of the way, but that's mostly because pages don't ride. Yeah. He's not. I mean, as far as he knows, it's kind of like that situation where it's the family's getting ready to go, and you've got all your stuff together, and you're ready, and you're just waiting on everybody else. Not really seeking to engage anybody because it'd be a distraction.
Okay.
I have a feeling some people out there don't have any idea what this is like.
Oh.
Being ready before everybody else.
Well, so should I say that the 2 hours pass? No.
I would say so.
During the 2 hours for me, I'm planning on like taking stock of her own stuff so that I have something to compare it to. When I'm looking at like what the competitors are doing. Which I'll be doing later because that's going to be at a further distance.
I'm guessing Sienna does touch base with all of us and let us know to be somewhere within 2 hours. Okay,
she
so
basically runs
she's
up,
making
by
her
the
rounds.
way.
Okay.
Yeah, she just, by the way, hey, you guys over there. Like, she basically, like, sees Meru. Make sure, like, she doesn't, like, just, like, touch him because I'm pretty sure, like, she knows that he doesn't want to be touched by Sienna specifically because she's a slob.
Oh.
Yes.
But,
Like,
like,
I
she
mean-
kind of touches base with everyone, like, hey, meet us.
I don't know if you had the courtesy to get a bath yesterday before meeting with our
Yes,
lords.
she
Okay.
did.
Then you're fine right now. As long as you didn't dig your fingers into your cereal this morning, you know?
Yeah. She stayed neat.
She didn't do that, but she went riding with Jason on the horse.
Okay, no.
previous
Well,
night.
Yeah, she almost got ran over. No, she almost got kicked off, basically.
Like, essentially, just imagine, like, Jason, like, gets a little too into the horse riding and forgets Sienna is a 4-foot child and is, like, clinging to him, like, can we slow down? And he's just like, oh, sorry!
Picturing the horse, like, jumping over a hurdle, and Sienna's just hanging on in the air, like, ah!
Just clinging to his head, just like, okay, it's fine. Meanwhile, like, she could totally have, like, flown.
Yep. Yep. I mean, if you didn't fall into the mud, then Meru probably wouldn't know.
Yeah. Probably has a faint horse smell, but she does make her rounds to everyone.
Everything here is a faint horse smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lets them all know,
Sorry, that's
like,
me.
hey, meet us, in the room, da da da. She basically lets her.
She's probably covered in a lot less blood than usual.
Let's be fair. Everything by the pasture is a faint horse smell. Inside Father's estate, it smells just fine.
Well, yes, but I'm outside
Unless
waiting
you-
near, like, the master's carriage where the horses are,
Ah, fair.
Nah. So, with all of that, with all of the touching base and Mary just sitting very ready to go, Ziana, I guess you're just, living your best life at home.
I am in the library with all the books.
Avoiding your sister.
Who won't say anything.
I mean, she kind of got insulted.
Yeah.
She got mic'd
No,
up.
no, that wasn't an insult. That was her getting lit on fire.
Ugh. Well,
It was great.
Oh, you know what?
mm-hmm.
I would want to touch base with Ziana at
Okay.
some point.
So, Ziana, who is, hanging in the library, living her best life.
Mm-hmm.
Meru, you would probably know this. And you make your way from your guest room over to the library.
Well, I might with that sort of thing. I might be going to the library for my own damn self.
That's very true.
But yes. So yeah, walking in and I see Ziana and I say, "Oh, Ziana, nice to see you.
Oh, good morning, Meru. How are you?
I'm all right. I was coming in to check on some things."
Well, feel free to help yourself. I trust you had a good rest.
I did, yes. Thank you. Everything's
Excellent.
very soft.
Perfect. As Ziana pushes a stack of books about yay high over to the side. Ugh. Was there another reason why you were stopping over?
Well, I was hoping to run into you. I was hoping I might be able to. This is gonna sound a little strange, but I promise I have an ulterior motive.
Okay.
Do you like jewelry?
I don't mind jewelry.
Do you have anything with pearls?
She ponders for a bit and yes, I do actually. They're older earrings, but my mother got them for me when I was 8 years old.
Do you think I could borrow them for a moment? For a few minutes?
Am
I
I
know.
going to get them back in the same condition?
Yes. So when we were out in the temple, one of the things that we found was a book, and it seemed to be magical in nature, and I would like to know what it is. And the only way I can do that I know, is with a spell that does require kind of pricey pearl, and well, I'm a little currently underpaid.
Okay, but it doesn't consume the pearl, right? 'Cause
No.
I enjoy
No.
these earrings. Okay.
Does not consume the pearl. No.
Okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't.
Deception
I wouldn't.
check. Sorry.
I wouldn't ask for a consumed spell component that would destroy something of yours. No.
I just want to make sure. I don't mean. I can go fetch them right now.
Oh, that would be awesome. Thank you. Is that all right?
All right. I will be right back. And I out of the library.
Mm-hmm.
And Meru is just gonna poke around, like do that sort of thing where you're waiting for somebody in their house. You're trying not to seem intrusive, but also, I don't know what the book this is, but I'm gonna pull it off and start looking like I'm looking through it.
Looking like you're looking through it.
Yeah.
Give me a moment. No, not the medicine cat.
What the shit, Jamey?
That is so wrong. All right. Sorry, just wanna.
It's fine. The book is just an excuse to talk to Ziana and be with her.
So,
Okay.
Ziana does make her way back with one of her earrings. Here you go, Meru. Put it down on the table.
Thank you. Okay, I think I can do this then. It'll probably take a few minutes though. I'm just gonna, and he go starts shuffling and sitting down on the ground right there. Because doesn't want to just stand there for 10 minutes holding two things.
So this is that book that we found, yes?
Yes. I don't know what it is. I don't even know what it looks like. It's just a book.
Well, this should be exciting to see what sort of properties it holds.
Yeah. And I'll just for actually, come to think of it, I don't need the full 10 minutes. I can just do the other thing. I'm sorry. Yes. I as a scribe wizard, I can once a day cast a ritual with the normal casting time rather than adding the 10 minutes.
Okay. What spell is this again?
So, this is Identify.
Ah. On what?
On the book that has a magic nature. I don't know what it is. It seemed like a spell book of sorts, but it had no spells in it. At least that was the general sense I got. But it's a book with a magical, with some sort of magical effect on it.
Okay.
Did you happen to have written that down?
I had it in notes, but I'm still like optimizing my notes.
Yep. So you gotta go hunting for it.
Yeah, a little bit. But yes.
I want to make it something.
But yes, it is a spell book.
Oh, okay.
How did you get an owl feather?
Me?
Yeah, you.
I probably plucked it off Sienna.
Yeah, you probably just plucked it off Sienna.
It's kind of rough.
No,
She probably, okay, to be fair, she probably like took a bath and like, shed a few feathers.
Wait.
And Meru like probably just picked one off of her clothing as it dropped or something.
Wait, so what's the point of an owl feather here?
Oh, I was looking at the Identify spell.
The owl feather can be a consumable item. Sienna doesn't need it back.
Oh. Hold up.
And with the spellbook, you can now cast Identify.
What's up?
I don't have Identify.
You don't have Identify?
What the fuck, me?
I can only have so many things open at a time. I don't have it.
I'm so
All right, so does that interaction just not happen?
Or it happens, and then there's like, whoa, wait a second.
Wait a minute.
I don't actually know how to do this.
I've seen this done before. I expected something to happen right now.
I'm telling you, I ship it. I am fully here for it.
No, I'm just gonna shimmy some things around so I do have it. Is that all right?
Yes.
Okay.
But yes, it is a spell book. It pretty like it is unused. It's there. It is made to hold spells, and if you reference it, you know, with spells written in it, the spells will happen. But you know, it is. It's a grimoire. Congratulations.
Wait. So it's just a regular.
No,
Regular
It's a standard wizard spell book.
no, it's like a grimoire.
That's a spell book.
Yeah, but I mean like this is gonna sound stupid. Mainly
Okay.
because of me.
Okay.
Black Clover, like
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
Except you write in it.
So it can like float around you and like you can cast spells from the book itself.
You
So
can cast
for
spells-
those of us who aren't weebs,
What are the exact properties of this thing? What can it do?
When you write a spell in this book, you can cast the spell from the book as long as you have cast it once before.
At all, or in the day?
At all.
When you say cast a spell from the book, do you mean like without expending a spell slot?
Without expending consumables or like items.
So I can bypass. A material cost.
Yes.
as long as you
Yeah.
Material components. You don't have to worry about that anymore.
Well, I mean,
So basically, it's a focus.
right. Like as a scribe wizard, I can already do that, but this removing costly components is beyond that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, because
Like-
normally it's if it has a monetary value to the item,
Mhm.
or it's something that is consumed by the spell, then then a focus does not work for it.
right,
So
and
does
I'm able
this
to use my
work-
spellbook as a focus. So this allows me to use the spellbook as a focus and ignore the cost of materials as long as I've cast the spell once before.
Yes.
Potentially OP if you were a cleric.
Pretty powerful.
Yeah, that's freaking like resurrect.
As long as
Who
you
needs
can do it.
Who needs 1,000 GP's worth of diamonds? Yeah.
Except for that first time.
Yeah, except for that first time. After that, you just become like a frickin' wander onto a battlefield. Spell.
Just walk into a graveyard and then, nobody's
No.
dead ever again.
Okay, that's scary.
That evil guy kills your entire party. What will you do now, Meru? We'll do that all over again.
Can't wait.
Just Q snaps and everybody's alive again.
Can't
It's
wait till Lock
Thanos'
Horizon.
butler.
First Thanos snap, Meru just... And everyone rises from the dead.
What should I call this item?
Ooh.
The Grimoire of OP-ness.
No. And that's because if I ever say that, you will laugh your head off.
Damn
Honestly, I would just
it. You
call
saw
it the
through my
Grimoire.
clever ruse.
Grimoire sounds like a good name.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, look, I'll just...
Not the Grimoire of penis, but just the Grimoire.
Mm-hmm.
Go with the Grimoire for now. We could change it later
Yeah,
on.
I want to add a some sort of identifier on there. Like, for some reason, my brain says the Pauper's Grimoire.
Oh, the Pauper.
Pauper's Grimoire.
That makes sense.
That could be a thing.
Yeah,
Okay, I'm calling it that.
Cool.
I like it.
What
So,
does
like,
the
on one
spellbook...
hand, I know what you mean, but on the other hand, I just keep thinking of jalapeno poppers. I'm sorry.
I'd probably just call it something boring like the book or something. So nobody thinks it's special.
Super
Nobody
book.
has to take
I'm not gonna call it the book. I'm not gonna call it the Pauper. Like, hang on, let me just consult my Pauper's Grimoire. You know,
It's like
Um,
epic music starts playing wherever you are. What do you say?
Important question though: does the book float beside me?
No.
Dang it.
Okay.
Got it.
You have to lift it. I'm very sorry. You have
All
to
right,
lift
and
it.
in order for me to write a spell in it,
Mm-hmm.
do I have to spend the material components to do that?
Yes.
I'm sorry, specifically like the typical cost of inscribing a spell.
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody know how much it costs to transfer a spell into a new spell book? Because normally it's just like there's the deciphering and figuring out a spell while transcribing it is
Mm-hmm.
like a
I
certain amount of
think
gold
it's-
per spell
you
level,
just-
but
I think
there's
it's the
the-
same amount
experimental
I think
materials
it's
and
just-
the inks.
scribing it again. To transfer it, I think it's just scribing it again because you're copying it from one thing to another.
Right, but there's supposed to be like special inks that you use.
Oh, you want the actual cost of the? I'll look it up. I don't have it
Yeah,
offhand.
like
I'll get back to you.
Because it's
Send it in the Discord. Carry on.
yeah. Anyways. So anyway, after geeking out about all this to my DM, I'm gonna be looking through this and be like, okay,
Well, this
so,
isn't important. Sorry.
so Ziana,
Yes.
this spell book is amazing.
Oh, really? That's fantastic.
I don't have the time to put things together and get it to work right now, but any spells that I put in here, or that I write into this, as long as I prime the spell in the spell book, it will supply the you cast spells, right?
I do.
You know how sometimes there's things that kind of get consumed in the process, like, not earrings?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know of spells like that.
I don't need to lose anything. I don't need to supply anything.
That's fantastic. That book is amazing.
Is this spell? Is this spell book attunable only by wizards, and also does it require attunement?
It does require attunement.
Okay.
Somebody steals your book and starts roguing spells.
Okay. Like I could cast that find familiar spell on repeat with this.
Well, there you go. Just don't
I
use
could-
it as an excuse to send your poor familiar into dangerous situations over and over and over again. It's cruel.
This sounds like you've known somebody who's done this, and that sounds horrifying.
It's awful.
Huh?
Yes, and it's awful.
It sounds awful. I would never do that. Starts petting the snake head. I would never do that.
Good.
No. Okay. Thank you for letting me use your earring here.
Of course. No problem.
Actually, no. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it
Of
very
course.
much.
No problem at all.
I ship it.
Now, it's going to be a bit of a long trip back home. Do you have any books here you'd actually recommend? And could I borrow one? It's probably the first thing to ask.
Well, we don't exactly have a librarian, but anything in particular that you would want to read about? Any particular subject?
Well, honestly, after what After what Johnny Hita said, I'm kind of thinking about looking into some of our more recent history. You have anything that might cover that?
Recent history involving the Drow specifically?
If possible, yeah. If you want to read it, then if you prefer to read it, then that's something. But you know,
I mean, I've poured through that quite a bit, especially recently. Unfortunately, there's nothing here, written by the Drow themselves, so it's all like secondary accounts. But this one should work, as I pull it off the shelf, and this one's of other places like that temple that we found, other sites that were found abandoned, and it just makes me wonder. They thought this temple was abandoned for years, and it was just used up until recently. Makes me wonder about these too. As
that's a good point.
Hand me the book.
Thank you. I will definitely be looking through this. I'll bring it back as soon as I can.
Yes, please do. This book does mean a lot to me. There's a section in there where it talks about me and my father. When we did an expedition together up in the mountains.
You wrote this?
Oh no. It's like one of the expeditions my father helped to write about it. Yes.
Oh.
And so some of my knowledge was placed in there as well.
I will take very good care of it.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
And yeah, Meru goes and takes it, like he's got his over his shoulder. He's kind of got that giant side satchel thing he's got carrying around most of the time. Like opens that up, like big heavy leather, tucks it nice and safely inside. Not going to get jostled around or anything. Latches it up. It's nice and watertight. I'll take good care of it. Thank you.
Absolutely. When are you leaving?
I don't know, honestly. I think there's a couple folks around in my lord's retinue that are pretty bad at misplacing some of their items when they go visiting other nobility, apparently. But do you want to see if we can catch up with Sienna? Apparently, we're supposed to get paid today.
Yes, absolutely.
That shouldn't be too far off.
I closed the book that I was reading, putting a little marker in it. Yeah, let's go do that. That sounds wonderful.
All right, and we'll head off.
Okay. Congratulations on your special magic item.
That is a really freaking good book, and I'm gonna have to adjust my plans for what spells I want to take. 'Cause,
Yeah.
Like good.
Everyone's gonna be out there searching for all the scrolls.
Magic, like what is
If
it?
you
Mark
can
of
afford to
Warding
write
takes
it
like
in.
50 gold. A mark of warding takes like 50 gold a shot for use.
Mm-hmm. You're gonna
Right, continuous flame, like
you're gonna be overwhelmed, and also you're probably going to burn through your spell slots really fast. But
Well,
look.
It's gonna cost a lot of money to put anything worthwhile in there.
Here's the thing about Mark of Warding, right?
mm-hmm.
I can prepare between sessions. Mark of Warding is a persistent until dispelled thing. Like, I'm pretty sure this applies, like, contingency and frickin' magic jar. Like, okay, let me make sure of one thing though. When a spell interacts with a certain material component with a cost, does this mean that the necessary cost of the item is removed, or, like, for example, magic jar requires like a really expensive jar to store a soul in. Is it just any jar I can do it with, or is it I don't need a jar at all? I can just sort of pretend there's a jar there, or does it not affect it at all?
You'll need... Imagine if the book just morphed into a jar. No, you would need a jar. It would have to be a jar. It wouldn't have to be a jar of a certain amount.
Okay. So just something.
Turns
Yeah.
out it's a shape-shifting mimic.
Oh gosh.
Identify on the book. It's a mimic. What? All right.
Here's a book you can really sink your teeth into. Or does it sink its teeth, or would it sink its teeth into you?
Either way, I'm gonna get lunch.
So that takes care of Meru. Sienna. Did you say something before that I've completely forgotten?
For the time in those 2 hours?
Yes.
Yeah, I was planning on like taking stock of like what we're currently doing, and like how we're doing on supplies, and like what the market is as far as like from what we see, before I compare it to others.
Well,
Like, later on,
if you like,
without having to go anywhere.
Yeah, Lord Worthington would probably fill you in on how the supply chain is happening. So, you meet with him briefly before the 2 hours are up. He lets you know that there's a certain baked good that comes from the southwest of the land that's been running a bit dry lately. The supply chain has gotten pretty thin, and nobody's really sure why yet.
Okay, but everything else seems like normal.
Yeah, everything else is pretty standard.
All right, I'll be looking at that specifically.
Okay. Anyone? Okay. So, the 2 hours are up. I take it you gather into the common area, the greeting area. But,
Yep.
Both
Yeah.
Lieutenant General and Countess Arai are there. They come up to you all, and the Countess says, "Well, you have earned this pay. Please don't spend it all in one place. We will be sending you out, but we are not sure when. We have to double check on the safety of the region before we decide to put you into any more danger than you've already been in. So this may have to last you for a while, aside from your normal duties. Is that fair?"
Understood.
Very fair.
Wait, am I there?
Yes, you're all there.
Okay. Sorry. I thought this was Teldian. For some reason, I was under the impression we'd be returning to our duties between assignments. Have we been replaced?
No, you have not been replaced. However, when you are on assignments, there are people who try to take over the duties that you would be filling. Is that fair?
I'm sorry, my brain is just going off and like, okay, I would like to make it canon that Meru knows the person that would be taking on his job and he is bad at it.
It's Arnold, isn't it?
Oh, no.
So
It's like,
kinda
oh man, Jerry again out there screwing up my job.
Merger!
Thing is, Meru has no love for this particular character. It's kind of like well, not no love. It's I mean, he's gonna make a fool of himself, and I'm gonna enjoy that. You know. As long as things don't get too disrupted. This is. I get the feeling Lord Wytham would be able to understand this.
So you know, Countess Arai continues, Michael has given a stellar report of your behavior, which is honestly a little surprising if you haven't noticed he's a bit critical. So I'm glad that your little party has impressed.
Anna's gonna try to whisper to Sienna. I was gonna say neurotic.
Sienna's gonna crack a smirk at that, but still maintain composure. Like, you see like a slight like quirk in her like lip on one side, just.
Did he get to sleep?
Eventually.
I'm glad to hear that.
He's already been sent off to his next assignment, so... Did you like working with him? Was he helpful to you?
He got us where we needed to go. He did his job. Well.
Sienna nods. Yeah, I rather enjoyed his company.
I have a suspicion he might be a liability at some point if he keeps pulling all-nighters. But he seemed competent.
Just need more of Jason's tea.
If Jason actually turns away in character, Arai is staring you down.
I'm like failing. Jason is failing to whistle. Like it's coming out very dry and uncomfortable. And he's just kind of rocking on his feet a little bit. And, you know, like his hands are in his pockets and he's just like looking anywhere other than at her.
All right, so.
While reeking of horse stable, by the way.
Oh, yes.
Hey, sticking out of like his hair and his hat and his clothes. Yeah.
So, Lieutenant General goes up to each of you and gives you each 4 silver.
4 silver.
4 silver.
Wait a second. I'm sorry, me as Howie, I'm saying wait a second.
Okay. Should we wait a second, or?
Yeah, can somebody, tell me how much we were promised in money?
Oh, let me check.
I could probably check my notes too. It was more than 4 silver, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I don't think I wrote it down. I don't think I wrote it down. R.I.P.
Like, didn't we get, like, a little bit of money up front and then most of it was him at the end?
You got...
Yeah. We were told I know we got a satchel of 50 silver at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
And we were promised more than that at the end of the adventure.
Okay.
Trying to figure out where I put it. Don't mind my written notes, they're a mess.
Okay, let's just say that Meru doesn't have the gumption to speak up about it, but he's gonna look hurt.
Yeah, we were promised more than 50 silver, I know, upon returning.
Okay.
So, just to clarify, is this the compensation for the entire journey, or is this just like a piece of it?
Are you asking in character?
Yes.
Okay. So you ask this, and Countess arrived, pops an eyebrow, and Lieutenant General says, "This is a portion. We're still gathering the rest. This went a little unexpected from what we anticipated. You will get the rest, but it will have to be in a few days."
Meru's just thinking to himself, like, you guys carry like 20 times as much as pocket change.
All right. That's very good to hear.
Okay, so we have
so
4
I
now,
can-
46 more silver to go,
Okay.
at least.
So that I can have the correct proceedings and so I can follow them. Can I get a receipt that I can deliver to my lord?
A receipt?
Yeah. I would like in writing specifically that the amount that's still expected and the amount that's been paid so far.
Okay. That's fair.
All right.
When
that would
do
be
you-
much appreciated.
When do you need it by?
Can I get that today?
Okay.
While we're still like talking about this and like on the same page.
I see. Okay. He calls down the hallway for a name. A person runs up. A little, you could see like splotches of ink going down their hand, and he says in like low tones to them, "Can you write up the we need this receipt for this one?" And then he points at you. And the person nods and then walks away. That will be in a couple of minutes ready for you. Okay?
Much appreciated, my lord.
Okay. So, as discussed, we will meet in about a week to see what the new proceedings for your group should be. If you are not able to come back directly here, that is fine. We will send a message to you through your master. But nonetheless, stay cautious. We are not sure how things will proceed now. Dismissed. And he just turns 90 degrees and walks away.
Okay.
I'm gonna chill around until I get that that promise in writing.
Meru's gonna wait until everybody's gone, except for the party, and be like, well, 4 silver.
Sienna's gonna jokingly say, after everyone's gone, obviously, "So who wants to bet their gambling on us?"
Why would they do that?
I mean, considering how things went, they probably assumed we wouldn't be coming back successful.
I mean, I would like to
So
think
then who
my
do you-
father didn't bet on his daughter not returning.
Lord Wytham wouldn't do that.
I mean, not on
They
us
seem
not
very-
returning, just on us being successful.
They seem very concerned about.
What was this woman's name? Lady L? Lady M?
Lady L.
Lady L.
Is there anything else about this Lady L that you could tell us, Jason? It seems like all of our patrons are quite concerned.
I already told you all I know about her.
We know she's not above kidnapping and to get what she wants.
Kidnapping, murder, bribery.
Awful human being.
Hmm.
We actually don't know if she's human or not. She could be elf. She could be really anything out there.
Hmm.
Nobody's ever seen her. At least that's lived to tell the tale.
A couple of moments later, that same scribe comes back with a paper that does itemize that you have been paid 4 silver. You are expecting about 56 more.
Okay. Cool.
It
So, yeah,
doesn't
I'm
say about,
gonna-
but also like under it has some kind of scribbled looking small print.
Am I able
Arrow?
to make out what that is? Is that like a signature or?
What did you
Or
Miru,
say?
is
you
it
mind
like-
taking a look at that and making sure it's all on the up and up, Miru?
I'm sorry, what was that? I was typing something.
Would you mind taking a look at the make sure that it's all up and up, the thing that Teldian just got?
Oh yes, of course. May I see?
Yeah, I'm gonna.
All right. So with my familiarity with paperwork and formal paperwork and bureaucracy,
Mhm.
everything look in place. Does it look particularly like professionally sloppy or?
the numbers and the amount that you're paid and the amount that you are expecting are all clear and legible. The smaller print is a little harder to read.
Okay. Would you want me to make a roll?
Yes, I would.
All right. What would you want me to roll?
I was
Sounds to me. I would guess investigation, possibly with proficiency in scribes tools.
sounds fair. Go ahead.
All right. Now let's see if I can actually roll good for once. That's an 18 plus plus things.
Plus things. Okay.
Plus 3 plus 2. So 23.
Natural 23.
So it seems to have been written in haste, but it is there. And it says, in short, that the payment might come in increments.
Okay.
It does not have
Might?
might. It does not have a time span.
Okay. So Meru pulls out his little monocle for a moment, goes over a couple things. Okay, is that what? All the numbers seem to add up. There's one thing I wasn't expecting is apparently we're on a payment plan. Apparently, the receipt indicates that the amount to be paid in the future is not going to be paid all at once. specifically in increments of how much are we talking here? Or just nothing specified?
Nothing specified.
Okay.
Because it sounded like it could technically be all at once.
It
But it
could.
didn't have to be.
Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. It
So
looks like
again,
they're leaving
who
them.
wants to bet their gambling on us? I would place money on that. No.
Lord Wytham wouldn't do that.
Yeah. Sienna's gonna kind of ponder it. Interesting.
That's not sus at all.
Well, I figured it would be a mistake to, after how this was going down, to not get something in writing. So,
Yeah.
otherwise, I got the impression that we wouldn't be getting anything.
Well, I mean, I'm sure they do intend to pay us. I mean, they wouldn't get anywhere if they didn't pay their people that they promised money to.
It really depends.
Surely that'd be some kind of illegal.
Depends on the master. Some
not sure
people
about-
are more honorable than others.
I mean, I'm not sure about your lords or employers or whomever, but my father's not one to be skimpy with a job well done.
Sienna doesn't really care, because Sienna doesn't hold value in money necessarily, so she's just kind of like, whatever. I'm not really going anywhere or spending it, so.
Well, I'm gonna grab my 2 silver and hold it greedily. I'm going to the markets. I'm gonna walk out.
You had 4 silver.
Yeah.
So, you walk out. Lord Worthington is outside with his cart and everything already waiting for you.
Okay.
Alright. Yeah, so I'm gonna fill him in on what happened.
I see. And they did say they would give you the rest when?
They didn't.
They didn't.
I did make sure to get in writing that they would eventually. That's all I could get from them.
I see. So. Okay. They should be giving that to you. I'm sure. It may take them a little bit, but they will. And he pats you on the shoulder. Okay. Let us be off to the capital. And you both ride away. You are actually sitting with him on the cart as y'all are riding away. Count Folke is also outside. He's kind of, whenever you go outside, you kind of see him thoughtfully pacing, almost like he doesn't realize where he is. But he's just in thought.
I'll walk up to him. And I'll say, yeah, pardon me, Lord Wytham.
Yes, Meru.
Something seems to be on your mind, sir, if you don't mind my saying.
I would actually... He looks around, he pauses and looks around very slightly. I would actually like you to ride back with me.
I was planning on returning with you. Was that not your intention?
Yes, but I would like you to be. I would like you to join me in the carriage.
That. This is Howie looking for words. That particular privilege does seem to be above my station, sir.
Do not think too much of it. I would like to ask you a little more.
Of course, sir.
So he nods briskly at you.
What did I miss?
He nods briskly at you and packs up or not packs up. He tells the other attendants that they are ready to go. And he says, well, let us be off.
All right.
And out of curiosity, how much did they give you?
Meru kind of gives the, well, if you're going to drag it out of me, 4 silver, sir.
For everything?
As a, initial compensation on account of things having gone unexpectedly. They said that they could not pay any more than that.
They're probably trying to liquidate some assets, so just so you know. But, and then he pulls into his own coin purse, pulls out 10 silver, and hands it to you, says, this is for your mother. Okay. And and he goes off to finalize everything before you go off. And if you don't mind, can we take an early bio break? Because I need to use the bathroom.
Sure thing.
Fine by me. I need a few minutes to write up the proper wording on the Pauper's Grimoire.
All right. So, should we do a 15-minute break as usual, or a smaller 5-minute break and then take a 15-minute break later?
I'd say the smaller break.
All right.
Yeah.
So we'll be back in 5. For when you need drink, you will only find oil. For when you need food, you will only find gems. Gold will not shield you from the scalding sun. Nor coin from harsh weather. The only true wealth is freedom. Which we will reclaim. Hello, we are back from our mini break.
Woo!
So, the party has now officially split up.
Bye, party.
Bye.
Oh. Someone redeemed Hydrate.
Is it too late to say sorry?
It might be too late now to say sorry.
It might be because you've separated from the party.
Yeah.
If you were still with the entire party, I would say no, not too late. You could tell the party, but no, you've literally separated from the party.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, Taldian, you and Lord Worthington make your way down to the capital. It is a journey. Y'all have a couple of days. So, but Meru, your trip back home is about half a day. You will get there by evening.
Pretty quick. Okay.
I might have measured the areas wrong. I will double check on that and might have to retcon, but it's okay.
However long it takes, I get home.
Does anybody want to go first, or should I just choose somebody? I'm gonna.
Well, Meru has to
Yeah, I
talk
was
to
doing
Lord
initiative.
Wytham, right?
Yes,
Lord Fulke?
Lord Folke.
I'll volunteer.
All right.
And
Get it out of the
apologize
way.
profusely out of character.
Just get the backstabbing portion out of the way. It's
I'm so
fine.
sorry.
Bitches get
Watch
stitches.
Emily's
Howie.
face go more and more and more and more red.
Niches get stitches. Let's go.
So, you both get into the carriage and y'all ride off on your way back to your village. The first couple of moments pass in silence. Count Folke is still deep in thought, and you are there, sitting opposite him.
So what was it you wanted to know, sir?
Ah, yeah, yes.
I didn't mean to interrupt your thoughts.
It's quite all right. What? You got to tell me the broad strokes of what happened. So what specifically happened? Tell me everything that you saw in there.
Well, you're asking Howie, with a notoriously bad memory, to accurately recount the details of something that happened in real life like 3 months ago.
You don't have to actually say the things. You can...
Yes, okay. Meru is going to say that, like, he will talk about what happened with Elistray.
Mm-hmm.
He will talk about finding the place, going throughout the entire thing, neglecting to mention the magic dirt.
Mm-hmm.
And neglecting to mention the name of the elf.
Okay.
Um,
So,
but
as
generally trying to present things as a we weren't expecting to find a dark elf. My understanding is that they were all I'm looking for a more whitewashed version of the word genocided.
I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
But let's pretend that Mary found a word.
Don't make me
Where
look
to
up a
stumble upon.
thesaurus right now.
Rare to stumble upon.
And kind of trying to play it up as she, like, I understand that you're concerned about what may have happened to us at the time. We were able to determine, like, our determination was that this person wasn't a threat to us, right? We were more concerned about making sure that she recovered. And she was grateful when we did.
So, I have a couple of questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
This Elistray, she appeared to Lieutenant General's daughter, yes?
Ziana, yes.
Yes.
Well, she was in a trance, I believe.
In a trance. So
it's apparently a strange elven way of sleeping that I don't understand.
So you believe this is a real goddess, a real spirit?
Could I determine that? Do I have a proficiency in religion? I don't. So, I'm gonna say, like, from what I saw, it very well could be. However, it also very well may not be. I don't know. What do I know of gods in this area? Like, what makes a god, as opposed to a, let's say, some sort of eldritch horror?
What you know of gods is pretty much the common knowledge of what people know of gods here, which is
supernatural beings that answer prayers type of thing?
Yeah, supernatural beings that answer prayers, have, like, people that they try to protect, or they have domains that they are charge over that are beyond normal mortal accessibility, like the domain of death, the domain of rebirth, etc., etc. However, you also know, and this is common knowledge, that the way that gods, deities are made is that they ascend from normal beings. You're not exactly sure how. Nobody truly is. But there is something that makes a person chosen. And when they are chosen, they ascend to godhood and leave the mortal plane.
Okay. In that case, yeah, Meru is just saying it, like, there's no way to know if this was just an obnoxiously powerful being, or let's say an abundantly powerful being, or an actual god, as far as he knows. There did seem to be, at the very least, religious adjacent iconography involved.
So they revere this person.
Clearly, yes. And they also depend on this individual.
Did the Lieutenant General's daughter know of this person before?
I don't think so, but I couldn't tell you.
And this other elf that you met, did she say anything about this being?
This is the part where Howie's memory fails.
She did. She's the one who gave us the name of the person.
Okay. Then let's say that for this particular element, Meru does give as complete an account as he can. It's kind of a, I didn't realize you were interested in religion type of thing. I don't have much knowledge, but I'd be willing to look that kind of stuff up for you type of thing,
Don't trouble yourself too much. It's a matter of curiosity is all. And you said that...
Any knowledge is useful, sir.
That's why you make a good scribe.
With all due respect, sir, I've also been training or learning some things from. Let me see if I can remember his name here. From Gervais.
Oh, you have?
Yes, sir. Some of the. It is my hope to be more than your scribe, sir. I would like to eventually be your wizard.
He looks at you and says, "Are you trying to serve plans?"
No, sir. No. Simply the knowledge that he is older and eventually one will be needed, right?
He is a wizard. He may live for a very long time.
Such, from my studies, sir, it is my understanding that such spells of that nature may be beyond him, probably beyond me.
How much have you learned?
Out of character, I'm pretty sure Gervais is only like 3rd level tops. Or sorry, 5th level tops.
How much have you learned?
He goes down, pulls out his spell book, and I do have several spells, maybe 10 or 12 or so.
12?
This is me, Howie, not remembering exactly how many spells I have inscribed.
That's fine.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What? Wait, no, that's wrong. 1, 2. 3,
Sorry for
4,
putting you on
5.
the spot.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to, let's see, spellbook. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total.
He still is like 10.
10 of the ones that are more than basic, sir.
You...
They came in handy more than once.
My goodness. You are a fast learner, aren't you?
I've been practicing for a couple of years, sir. And it's only 10.
Do not downplay that, boy. 10 is more than most people will ever know.
Thank you, sir.
So, you plan on becoming my new wizard? What do you intend on putting your magic towards?
I'm sorry, sir?
You know, even wizards have their side projects.
Well, I've always been good with a pen, sir. I have found ways to make a little more use of my spellbook than might otherwise, than a generalist may be able to manage. But I still intend to, even if I'm not a messenger boy, sir, or a page, I can still act as your scribe, even in the capacity of wizard.
I see. Okay.
Mara sort of, is sitting nice and straight and, like, this is like, nerve-wracking, like, sitting in front of your dream job interviewer type of thing,
ponders for a moment, and he says, while still not looking at you, I'm not too knowledgeable in magic, so you'll have to forgive me if I'm very off base here. But do you think that at some point you would be able to learn how to track a person?
With the correct time and research materials, I think I'd be able to do that within a week or so, sir.
Within a week?
There is limitations, sir. Different limitations for different degrees of difficulty. Are we talking about seeing somebody once casting a spell and then being able to follow them thereafter, or are we talking finding somebody else even miles away without being able to see them first?
When you say see, do you mean the person casting seeing them ever, or seeing them walking away and then being able to trail them?
I know of one spell being able to track somebody who you've been able to cast a spell on. It would only last for an hour or so, I believe, though. Or maybe 8 hours? I don't know. I'd have to look into it, sir. And I don't have the spell or the necessary materials for my, figured out just yet. Jamey, but...
Do not tell Gervais of this.
Sir?
If you are able to find how you can do this, with only of seeing the person once, let me know. Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
And also, don't tell anyone else of this either.
Yes, sir.
Good.
With the right materials, sir, I could expedite the process.
What would it take?
I would need to be able to copy the spell from somebody else, I believe. Another wizard who had the spell, or I shouldn't say wizard, another magic user who could teach me the spell. And as me, hang on, I am looking at this one. This one particular spell would only be able to track the person for 1 hour, and they would definitely know. But with a bit more training, I should be able to figure out a more complicated spell that would allow me to find somebody without having seen them first.
I don't think that last part is necessary. But thank you. This is more helpful than you know.
I'm glad to be of help, sir. Definitely like, I just got praised sort of face.
This is gonna be fun. All right. He kind of fades into silence. You can tell that he's deep in his thoughts again. And unless you bring something else up, you ride in silence back to your hometown. The sun is already set. but you can still see the lights of town reflecting off of the big lake that you are situated around. As you pull into your master's property, which is quite nice, but also smaller than, a good deal smaller than what you were just at. The carriage slows, and the attendants come and open the doors for you and him.
Right. I will wait for him to leave before I do. Proper courtesy. Whatever proper courtesy dictates. I don't know.
Yes. So he gets out, straightens up his clothing, and turns to you. I really do appreciate everything, Meru. Just remember what I said.
Yes, sir. And as a reminder, sir, if my compatriots found, or if my looking for a word, companions? Adventuring companions?
Sure.
If my adventuring companions knew that I mentioned anything, I might fall out of their good graces, sir.
Do not worry. I won't say anything to them.
Sorry, guys.
No, Meru, when I calculated that max damage, I didn't factor in getting a crit. I could take you out if I got a crit and rolled max.
Question is, would you follow up with another strike once I'm downed?
Maybe.
Depends on how pissed.
This is gonna be
As a messenger, Meru really knows how to get around. He got around there.
Oh
A lot of over there.
no! Oh
Boy.
Yeah, I could at least do
This
at
ain't gonna be
least
good.
with a crit and not factoring in any extra damage that I would do outside of just hitting you with my greatsword. I would do 23 damage.
no!
With a crit?
With a crit, 23 damage without factoring in an extra couple of factors.
Well, I'm gonna have to hope you don't crit.
Yeah. You better hope I don't roll in at 20.
Anyways.
Mm.
Pretty sure Meru's gonna die.
It's gonna suck. It's gonna be so fun, but it's gonna suck so hard.
I'm about to roll a new character. Doo-dah, doo-dah.
All that D&D trauma, all the ding dong day.
So is that the end then? After that then?
E. So, yes, he does say, "I do not worry, I won't tell them." And he nods to you as he goes into his property, basically just leaving you alone.
Sir, if you don't mind my asking,
Yes.
how did you learn about my mother?
What do you mean?
Never mind, sir. Talk to you later.
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever proper I'm leaving now phrasing is for a vassal to the Lord.
Generally, it's if you have no other need for me. May I be excused?
Yes.
With your permission.
Let's go
sir,
with
I would
that.
like to go fuck off.
Meru hasn't particularly telegraphed anything about his mother to anybody.
Yes. But Anyhow. It's just, nobility knows each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom's not nobility.
No.
As far as you know.
As far as I know. But I'm pretty sure I know. In any case, yeah, I'm gonna go fly straight home. I want to say I don't have the money to buy anything that I would have liked to.
All right. So before we do that, do you mind if we switch over to Teldian? And switch.
Switch, go.
Okay, so you, Teldian, and Lord Worthington have the long trip back to Oriel. Why did I say Oriel? No, that's how you say it, Oriel. Don't know what.
Oh, really?
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
DM, are you okay? Do you
No.
need us to send somebody?
No. Maybe.
Blink twice if you need help.
Or just do the
need
twitchy eye
medical
thing, like
assistance.
I guess that means that you get to
A
blink
curtain.
once throughout the rest of the stream.
Apparently.
the character's sister does.
Choose it carefully.
Oh gosh. So, you and Lord Worthington take the long ride back to the capital. And I will just say the capital because word pronunciations are not my jam right now. You can tell that Lord Worthington is still... Oh, that was a car. I thought somebody was snoring into the microphone. I was like, wait.
Yeah. Sorry.
Jamie, are you snoring
No, I
into your
promise I'm
mic
awake
again?
this time.
I live next to a four-way stop sign, so
Yeah.
eventually, sorry about that.
Life happens. You could tell that during the ride back, Lord Worthington is still kind of stressed. He's trying to hide it. He smiles, he makes conversation, but he's not as sociable as you know him to be. But eventually you do arrive at the capital. You pull into Lord Worthington's estate, which, compared to what you saw at Ziana's, is a lot more modest, but it has a lot more things going on. As you enter, you see all of your familiar co-workers, as well as a couple of merchants who deal with Lord Worthington coming in and out, greeting you as they pass. Lord Worthington gets out of the carriage and says, well, I'll leave you to it. I'll be going back inside and updating my books about everything that's happened. I trust that you'll be able to bring back the information on those new merchants.
Yes, I'll make sure to take a look.
All right. I did give you their names and locations, yes?
Was it? And I'm gonna mention what I believe he's talking about. Was it the Benevix on 4th Street and the the Ultra Zones on 12th.
There's the Benevix on 4th Street. There is not the Ultra Zones. I believe that they actually don't go by their last name. They go by a different name, but I can't put my finger on it. They're the new shop. They are the new shop on 8th Street. You'll find them very quickly. But there is also this other merchant, Stefan. So that will be the Norrises. That's on, I believe it's on the Pearl Avenue. You can get there, yes?
Yeah, I know the way to the Pearl Avenue.
Okay. So, I'll leave you to it. If you can, please talk to the owners of each area, okay?
Yeah. I'll see if I can get down here with them.
All right. Good luck out there. And he goes inside. So, let me just write down the streets.
So was it 8th, 12th, and Pearl?
4th, 8th, and
4th.
Pearl.
Sounds right. Yeah.
4th, okay.
All right, so do you go first to the Benevits on 4th Street, the new place on 8th Street that you don't know the name of, or the Norrises on Pearl Ave?
I'm going to start off with the Norrises.
All right. You go over to the Norrises. As you can tell, this is a newly purchased place. It's kept up quite nicely. The sun is not too high in the sky. It's about like 2 o'clock by the time you're getting to his shop. But it's not as busy as you would expect it to be. You could see a person come in and come out, but otherwise it's relatively quiet.
Okay. I'm going to go in and first start off by, taking a look around and kind of seeing like what general stocks seem to be just from observation before going to ask for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Does anything pop out to me?
So, you go inside, and this place specializes in imports from other countries. They say it's exotic foods that aren't available in Browlerand.
And Brotherland, is that the country or?
Yeah, that's your country / continent.
Okay.
So as you enter, you're hit with a couple of smells that you're not familiar with. If it was you walking in, a lot of it would smell kind of spicy, kind of fragrant, a lot of like ginger, a lot of more ground spices. It's not heavily manned in there. It's a fairly sized shop, though it's not large. And all you can see is the person at the front.
All right. Yeah. So I'm gonna approach the person at the front. Hello. I come on behalf of Lord Worthington.
Oh,
Was
the person looks up. He has a bit of a thin face, kind of ruddy, but he looks up and he's generally quite surprised that there's someone here. He says, oh, welcome. You're here on behalf of someone else? Are you looking to purchase any goods here? I have the finest from faraway lands.
not at the moment, though. I do hope that we can get on better terms so that we can encourage our businesses, yours and my lord's.
Oh. So you're here for a business venture. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not introduce myself. How do you do? Stefan Norris.
Greetings, Stefan. I am Teldian Gilder.
So you are here in the representation of whom?
Lord Worthington from the Worthington estate.
Oh. He's the large trader in this area, yes?
Yes.
Handles a lot of the local goods, food circulation. And how did he hear about me?
He tries to keep an eye on all food trades in the area to try to bolster the ability for shops like yours to be able to import goods and be able to sell them and get them to where they need to be.
Well, as you can see, I could probably use a bit more assistance in getting my goods around. You know, I thought there'd be more of an interest, but it seems ever since I expanded from my cart, it's not been enough to sustain.
I'm sure that if we get you in touch with the right people, I'm sure we would be able to find a lot of interest.
I would like to speak with your lord further. Would that be all right?
I'm sure he would really appreciate that opportunity.
Okay.
I'll let him know that you're interested, and he'll be in touch with you with a time and day where he can do that, where he can meet with you.
I would like to ask you a question, if that's okay.
That would be fine.
I've heard talk that some foods around here are becoming scarce. Would you happen to know what is causing this?
Are they foods from...
Oh!
Bye, Howie.
Howie died.
I am back.
Wow.
Howie died.
Howie died.
It's not really Emily that's in the camera right now. She just
Was I the only one that dropped out just now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were
okay.
the only one that just dropped
Okay.
What just
We're
happened?
back to normal on the stream setup.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just everybody froze, so I decided to hop out and back in and see what that helped.
That's weird.
Before I continue in character, it was the Southwest that was having the issues, right?
Yes.
Okay. Are these imports from the Southwest or going through the Southwest?
Yes, they originate from the Southwest.
Yes, I did hear that there were some issues down there. I'm not very familiar with what they are, but I might be able to get you information on that. If you end up forming an agreement with my lord.
I guess one is contingent on the other, isn't it?
I'm sure it would be for everybody's benefit.
Fair enough. Okay. Bless you.
Pardon me.
I look forward to hearing from him. And
It's a pleasure meeting you, Stefan.
oh, would you like to bring a small sample? And he goes to the back, pulls out like a small satchel of something fragrant. You can't tell because the satchel is closed. And he gives it to you. Just so he can see the quality of my wares. Yes?
I'll make sure that he gets it.
Thank you.
And as I feel, is it warm or is it the type of thing that I can take some time in getting to him?
It's not warm. It's room temperature.
Okay.
So, with that, you exit. You have 2 more places to go.
Okay. I'm going to check out the new shop on 8th Street.
All right. So, you end up going to... Hold on. Just need to pull up the notes. You end up going to 8th Street. And as you pass by the shops you're very familiar with, you see a new one called La Runa. But in front of it, also a fairly new looking shop. The sign hasn't worn down any. In front of it, you see a familiar looking man. He's in front with a couple of other men drinking ale very loudly, screaming at people passing by, and complaining about how they wouldn't let him inside.
Does it look like he's trying to get inside of La Runa?
Yes.
I see. I'm going to pretend that I don't see him and walk inside.
Let me in! Let me in! Pardon me, sir. I click.
I have to
Wait,
make
you didn't
Bye,
let me
sir.
in!
I have to make a quick roll.
Oh, is he banging on the door?
He is
or
not
was
banging
he-
on the door. Like he's standing a little bit of a distance away from the door, but he and about like 4 other guys are there loudly saying how this store didn't want to welcome him in and how dare they. Don't
It's
they
a
know?
push, not pull.
Don't they know who he is? They should be honored to let him in, etc., etc. They are not behaving very gentlemanly, and it looks like they might have some dirt and or vomit on their clothes.
Mom spaghetti.
So, as you pass by, he doesn't seem to notice you. He is too busy being angry. You slip inside, and you see a pretty petite woman. Dark brown hair, round face, a little shaken looking. As she looks up to see you. Hello, welcome to the shop. I do not believe I am up to accepting new customers currently, so if you do not mind, I will be open again tomorrow. Could I ask you to, please just come back tomorrow? Is that okay?
I believe that I can do that. While I'm answering somewhat slowly to like try to get as much of a grasp on like what's being sold here as possible before leaving. Just a a look around, but like not an obvious look around, if that makes sense.
You look around and it is mostly I guess you would say, I don't want to say baked goods, but goods that you use in baking. So like flour, sugar, some lard, etc., etc. It's kind of like your one-stop shop for that kind of thing. And you do notice that they have an area for that baked good, or the ingredients for the baked good, that has been running low from the southwest.
Okay. So yeah, after I get my bearings, I'm going to give her a bow and leave as subtly and inconspicuously as possible.
To not alert the guy outside.
Give me a stealth roll.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Or
don't be suspicious.
would that be yeah, that's stealth. Give me a stealth roll.
I'm good at stealth rolls. Okay.
You say that you're not, but you're a monk, right?
Yeah, okay. It depends. If we're just talking modifiers, I'm great. If we're talking about dice rolls, I'm good at rolling dice.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Okay, 9.
Nope.
No.
9.
9!
19 or
9. It was a 5 plus 4. I'm pretty much counted.
I'm so
on
sorry.
on the upside, at least it wasn't a 5.
Yeah, there is that.
Could be that.
Could be worse.
But you
Could have
exit.
been a nat 1.
You exit the shop, and as you are closing the door, the head of that man turns and sees you. Oi, Talbian! Oh, it's not. Oh, you went into the shop. Can you get me in?
I was turned away as well. It is closed.
Oh,
I'm sorry, my lord.
can you believe that bitch? I can't believe she wouldn't let us into the shop. All I did was say that I wanted to look at her stuff. And then I might have complimented her. Is that so wrong? He goes over after doing that and leans onto you.
Okay, I just take it.
Oi. Are you going back to Dad's place?
I've got another stop to make before I head over there.
You should tell him that this woman is not to be worked with. She's a pain, and I bet that she would be a terrible partner. Okay? Let him know.
I'll make sure that he has your input.
You better let him know that. I'm gonna go back to the pub. Come on, guys! Let's go! And you could see them just being like, yeah, you tell him. And they go with him.
This guy sounds like a cross between, like, drunk and constipated.
And they stumble off into another area, like down the street, but you can see him like eyeing another store and then trying to go in.
Oh no.
So I take it. Well, the head shaking. The head shaking. Oh no. So on to 4th Street.
Yeah. I'm going to try to clean up my coat a little bit before heading on.
Ugh. Well,
I don't know how badly it got messed up, but
Contaminated.
a few smatterings of puke, like just a tiny bit, just a little bit, mostly just from where he leaned on you.
Ugh.
Burn it.
Too
Get
bad
a
you
new
can't
coat.
make
It's
an arrow.
more worth it.
Get rid of it.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to take off my jacket and stuff it in my bag before continuing onward.
All right.
I mean, after I'm out of his sight, of course.
Yeah, he went into that one store.
Good.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have it any other way.
Oh, so you you leave 8th Street. You go over to 4th Street. The Benevitz is right there. Though it is an uncommon store from what Lord Worthington usually deals with. This seems to be more of a potion shop, a magically oriented area.
So magically oriented area, as in like the shop is in a magically oriented like street, like
No,
street with
like,
a lot of magical oriented shops, or the shop is magically oriented.
The shop is magically oriented.
With like a focus on potions.
Yes.
Okay. And just by looking around, how do like stocks seem?
The stock seems a bit thin. Most of the stock is not potions proper, but the ingredients that go into potions. There is like a small section of an assortment of potions, healing potions and all of that. But for the most part, it's for the person who would want to get the potions to mix up or get the ingredients to mix up. But even so, the stock is still running kind of thin.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to the. I'm assuming that there's somebody at like a front desk or something.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna go up to them. Hello, my name is Teldian Gilder. I come on behalf of the Worthington Estate.
The Worthington Estate. The person who is standing there and answers you is a tall, bulky man. Probably around the age of 50. But he looks at you and says, the Worthington Estate. I'm not sure if I want to have any more dealings with them.
Have you had trouble?
Yes. I take it that you know of that one little person who is trying to go into different places getting things for free using the name of the Worthington estate.
I am not here on his behalf. I'm here on behalf of the opportunities that would come with the partnership. With, most importantly, his estate and his father.
I hope his father is not as ill-mannered as he is. Okay. So what would any partnership entail?
So, I noticed that you're somewhat low on supplies.
Aye.
So,
Yeah.
Lord Worthington does specialize in supplies, and I suspect that you'd be able to not only get more of a stock, but also more business through joining with his network.
I don't know about that. Sure, I'm sure that Lord Worthington, with all his name and all that, is able to get supplies from everywhere, but most of my stuff comes from the southwest area in the swamp. I am not sure what it is, but most of the things that we've been trying to gather have been already long dead. And that's why the shop is running as thin as it is now. So unless your lord has some other means of supplying this kind of thing, I don't know what can happen.
He is aware of issues in the Southwest, and I am under the understanding that he is working around them with his supply infrastructure. But I'll let him know of the issues that you're dealing with, and I will be back with more information later, or somebody else will be back.
I see. Okay. Hey, did your lord tell you what was causing all of that to happen?
No, I'm not privy to that information.
He leans in and he says, between you and me, I hear that the king is doing some weird experiments down there with a couple of wizards, poisoning the land. I'm not sure how much of it is true. They have a big section that's just blocked. It's really hurting my pockets, I'll tell you that. But if he's trying to work around it, he might have to work around the crown itself. So good luck with that.
Thank you.
So he gives you a nod and he goes about his business.
All right. I'm gonna give him a bow and bow out.
Pardon me.
It's a pleasure doing business.
He just grunts and continues about his business. So that's all the places you were supposed to hit.
Okay. I'm going to make my way back and try to schedule a meeting with Lord Worthington to discuss what it is that I found.
All right. We are a bit late on our usual break. Should we head out for 15 minutes, come back?
I'm alright either way.
Sounds good.
All right. Let's take.
Gives everyone a chance to stretch and everything.
Yep. We shall take that break. And we'll be back in 15. See you soon. For when you need drink, you will only find oil. For when you need food, you will only find gems. Gold will not shield you from the scalding sun. Nor coin from harsh weather. The only true wealth is freedom. Which we will reclaim. Hello, and we are back.
Hello.
Ooh, for some reason, I did not mentally come back until just now. So, getting back to Meru, who went to fly to see his mom.
I went home.
You went home. It is already quite late. 7 o'clock-ish. And you land in a place of town that is a little... your town is not the most ritzy place. The roofs are thatched. The houses are mostly wood and cob. But where you land is a little bit more forgotten than the rest of town. A little bit more in disrepair. Where you land, you see your same old house.
All right. I'm gonna go right on in. Or I'm not gonna go right on in. I'm gonna knock on the door.
After a second, you hear, "Just a minute. I'll be right there." And a couple of minutes later, the door opens to a short, I want to say 4'10", 4'9". Aarakocra female. Also covered in blue feathers, except for a couple of patches around her jaw and neck, and is wearing a long, fully covering kimono-esque robe, painted to look, or dyed to look like feathers. And she looks up and sees you and she says, "Oh, Meru, you're home."
Hi, Mom.
"Oh, son." And she leans in and she gives you a big hug.
Big hug. Gentle hug.
"I didn't realize you'd be back so soon."
It took a little bit longer than I thought it would be. But yeah.
"So, how did it go? Tell me everything." She walks slowly into the house, which is honestly quite small. There is a living room, kitchen, dining room situation, the bedroom, the bathroom.
So I'm gonna go ahead and come in, and I'm going to begin to spin a tale of a long hike to a place long forgotten type of thing, completely glossing over any actual dangers aside from the forest fire, and glossing over any findings of the elves that we found. So ancient temple, it's buried deep, ancient treasures type of thing. And I'm going to be doing this while I'm going about the process of trying to, you walk into your own home, Mira's walking into it, in basically his own home, that he only gets to visit every so often, and immediately making food for dinner. taking the responsibility off Mom.
Mm. So as you're weaving this grand tale, she's avidly listening, going, oh my, wow. Like, just being a very responsive person. But as she finally notices that you're cooking, she's like, yeah, I'm the one that's supposed to be cooking here. You're the one visiting.
Mom, you relax. When I'm home, you relax. Okay. I have a gift for you.
Oh?
Yes.
What? You didn't have to bring me anything, you know that.
Oh, no. It's something I found deep in those tunnels.
Oh?
Yes, guarded by a giant spider. It was big, it was creepy, and it was sleeping.
Oh.
And I'll tell you that part in a moment, right? But but let me finish. The eggs are gonna get burnt. Actually, not eggs. Goodness.
Oh God! Oh God! No! Oh God! Oh dear!
The platypus egg. The platypus eggs.
Correct yourself.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking like a human. Okay. Can we clip that? I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm tired. Anyways, yeah, I'll tell you that in just a moment. Hang on, I gotta make sure this isn't burning.
Wouldn't want to burn your eggs.
No. and
Wouldn't want to burn my own brother in here.
Anyways, not eggs, okay? Not eggs, please. Anyways.
So you don't want to burn the ratatouille and
No.
bacon?
No. And it would probably be something more akin to ratatouille or a stew of sorts, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Old horn eater recipe. Take everything you have, throw in pot.
Good recipe.
Yes. Anyways, so yeah, continuing to tell the tale as you know, throughout the process of cooking. And upon completion of the food, I do say, okay, so dinner's done, pouring out some portions for both her and myself.
Oh, you've become such a good cook.
Oh, I'm not very good at this at all. My friend Jason is a whole lot better at this than I am.
But do you remember when you were just a little chick and you tried cooking and you almost burnt down the kitchen?
That was about 3 weeks ago, Mom.
You grew up so fast. You've grown up so fast.
Mary's just got this. Oh, Mom.
Do you want to roll to see how good the food is?
Sure. What do you want me to roll?
Let me look at your stats.
I mean, I don't have a proficiency in cook's tools.
You don't. So, I'm going to... No, intelligence seems too generous. Just give me a straight roll.
Okay. Nat 20.
What?
Nice.
Meru sits down, takes a bite of the stew, and is like,
Your mom
okay,
also...
yeah, this is totally intentional.
Your mom also takes a bite and she says, oh, how dare you say that you don't know how to cook?
I don't know what happened, Mom.
Seems that your friend Jason taught you a couple of things.
He didn't. Not about cooking, at least.
Now, are you going to be staying? Oh,
I have a gift for you.
you know
And
you didn't.
Meru goes into his pack here and pulls out his jar of dirt.
Oh, what's this?
This is magic dirt.
Hmm.
Now it sounds strange, Mom. But deep in this cave, right, there were plants growing out of this magic dirt. And let me tell you, I know magic when I see it now.
Oh,
Okay, this will grow anything indoors. No light needed. You could like have a peach tree in your basement or in your closet, whatever, right? But the point is, the fruit will be absolutely delicious. It will be full grown. This will help you out, Mom.
no, you worry too much about me. The ladies have been keeping me. I've been doing okay, I promise.
I'm glad to hear it, but I'll still do whatever I can.
I appreciate you, son.
And you will take it easy, yeah?
Ah, you just want me to curl up and die in here, don't you?
Oh no. Why would I want that?
Well,
Say things like that.
well, I have to get out and do things. I can't just stay in the house all the time. Oh, did I tell you about the new school for the children?
No, you didn't.
And she says, like, she starts telling you about how she and some of the other women in the village decided, you know what, the kids need an actual proper education because reading is important. And she organized a kind of group homeschooling structure that goes between 4 of those ladies, including herself. So she says, so now I'm a teacher. And there's about 5, sometimes 6 children. Oh, you should see their little faces. I bet they're going to become as smart as you one day.
They're nice to you?
Oh, they're very nice. They love to hear my stories. It's so nice.
I don't know why everybody loves to hear your stories, Mom. Tell the best stories. Where do you think I got it from?
You've learned well. I just... And she kind of slows down. Like, her face kind of, like, looks as if she's, like, thinking of something very distant. I'm just happy that other people want to hear about our people. You know? It's been so long.
I'm sure they'll come back through eventually.
No, nonetheless, I'm happy here.
I'm glad.
So how long will you be staying?
Oh, I think I'm gonna be here for, what was it, a couple weeks, guys?
A couple of weeks.
I don't remember how long it was.
A week.
A full week.
A week?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I'll be here for about a week. Master Lord Wytham or Lord Falca has some more things he wants me to go out and do, and I will do my best to be absolutely careful.
Mm.
All right, nothing dangerous. I promise. Here. I do have this, and Meru pulls out the 14 silver.
Oh,
Um,
Meru.
Some of this is from what they paid me for the excursion, and some of it is specifically from Lord Falca. For you. So I can't take it.
You know, ever since he realized that I was living here, he's been so nice.
When was this? I don't remember telling him about that.
Oh, he didn't tell you?
No.
He said that he realized that your mother was living here. And he remembered me, can you believe it? He remembered me from back in the old days when I was a dancer.
That sounds like him. I didn't know he knew you before.
Yes. You know that I used to go to all these noble parties, dancing and telling stories. Of course he came by at least one or two of them.
He is the kind who would recognize
But
talent
yes,
where he sees it.
talent's long gone, I'm afraid. But nonetheless, he found out about, I want to say, 2 seasons ago, while you were still at his compound, and he started sending me some money here and there, just to make sure that I was able to eat. He's a very kind man, don't you think?
It is. But also, that's my job.
Oh, you don't have to do everything in the world.
No, just everything for you.
Oh, stop it.
And
She-
unless there's any... Sorry, go ahead.
She finishes her food, and as she's limping towards putting the dishes away, she gets a pain, and she starts to double over. You could see the kimono kind of fall off to one side, and you notice the burns that she has are seeming to start to fester a little. They look like they have a bit of boils on them. That's not how it used to look.
Meru, upon seeing... Like, he's got that one part of his mind that's always on the lookout for this sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Immediately, like, brushing over her, making sure she doesn't fall over or anything. Seeing this, and while pulling the kimono back up over her shoulders, says, how long have your burns been... seem worse?
It's only been a little bit, about a week or two. The other women in the village, they've been trying to help, but none of them are healers. And I can't go to one right now. But I've been making do.
Gee.
All I have to do is just make sure I don't strain myself too much.
Well, you should be doing that anyways.
Yes, but if I just stay in the house and do nothing, I'm going to shrivel up like a little dead bean and die. And do you want that for your mother?
No, of course not. But you also need your rest.
What's rest going to do now?
Well, apparently, help with these sores, he says gently, ever so gently tapping on her shoulder through the kimono. I'll tell you what, I have some friends now, and the way things are going, I might be able to see if I can find and get you to a healer.
Oh.
If some more of the money comes in.
Oh. You don't have to worry too much about me.
No, but I will anyways.
You must be tired. You must be tired. You've had a long trip. Come, let's just...
Believe it or not, I spent most of it riding in the carriage with Luke Volga.
What?
Yeah. Oh, that's another part of the story. I'll tell you tomorrow.
All right. Well, get ready for bed. Make sure to wash up. And she...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say she hobbles into the one bedroom.
Mary will be assisting her along the way. The helping an old lady assistance, even though she's not anywhere near that old.
Yeah.
Over the course of the next week or so, Mary will be staggering as much of the story as he can, talking about all of his friends. And again, steering away from any line of conversation, any part of the story that might seem particularly dangerous. We will say we found somebody who was injured, and spinning a bit of a twisted tale on how one of my friends managed to mix a magic potion to heal them.
Your friend sounds quite talented.
Again, over the course of the week.
Yeah. This is just,
Yes.
whenever that does happen, your friend sounds quite talented.
Oh, they're all amazingly talented. And you all get a little bit of a tall tale version of what happened, with a far more grandiose role in the story than I took part. I was kind of along for the ride.
Oh, I don't believe that.
Is there anything else?
She, throughout the week, insists that you go with her to do a couple of errands. She takes you to meet to be with the ladies in town. She ends up bragging about you, being like, look at my son, Meru. He's out there adventuring, etc.,
He will
etc.
puff up at all. He will puff up at all this, and again, every day looking as absolutely fabulous as he can.
Look at my beautiful son. And as the week goes on, she keeps on listening to your story, and the last part, or like when you get to around the last area of the story, she listens and claps, and she's like, you've become quite the storyteller. But why do I feel like you're hiding something from me?
I wouldn't hide anything from you, Mom.
Oh, I know my own son.
Then you would know I wouldn't hide anything from you, Mom.
How much danger was it? You've made it out all right, so you can tell me.
Oh, the most dangerous part was the giant spider. And he slept right through everything. I didn't tell her about any of the rest of it, okay?
You have to make
You in any danger for a good portion of it?
I have to make a quick roll.
Should I roll deception?
Yes.
Okay.
Sienna
Not
technically
technically
took
alive.
most of the danger aspect out of it.
That's a 14.
Yeah.
She looks at him and says, "There's more. I know there is."
Maybe you can get it out of me next time.
Oh, why are you so scared to tell me? I know
No.
I know you're a capable young man.
It's just, it makes a better story.
Well, from my long time as a storyteller, I know that stories always require a little bit of risk, a little bit of mystery, a little bit of danger. You overcoming that would be a better story than you just seeing beautiful things.
I'll see about making sure I get into trouble next time.
Not too much trouble now.
Oh, never.
So,
Meru does his on the final day before he heads off. Once again, Meru will be doing his best to clean up the house as best he can, adding a little bit of a magic touch to some elements of it as well.
So as you're cleaning up the final day, she says, "Oh, can you just stay a couple of more hours, please? I'm the one teaching the children today, and I would really like you to see them."
Do I have the time to?
From what you know from contact from Count Folke, yeah, you have time.
Okay, then absolutely.
So,
Well, this could also be at some point during the week. I imagine she's probably doing the homeschooling thing, if not daily, fairly regularly.
they switch off. So like a
True.
different person takes a different day. So as you're going to one of the neighbor's house, because she didn't want to have it in her own house, you know, that's just so many kids to clean up after. She's talking your ear off about these kids, saying about how they're so bright and how they love hearing about these things and everything.
And Meru will be trying to be just as active a listener as his mom is.
So you get to the neighbor's house. The lady of the house greets both your mother and then you, and says, "Oh, all of the kids are already here. You're a little late, aren't you?" Sorry for the raspiness. I've been, you know, you've been rasping. You're a little late, aren't you? You know, just walking a little more leisurely these days. And she comes in and the kids are like pretty much bouncing off the walls, talking, yelling. She's like, "Oh, hello. Are you ready for your classes today?" And they're like, "Yeah."
Meru is like half a second away from saying, "Hey guys, calm down. She's not that, like, she's a little more fragile than that. You can't be running around. You might bump into her and knock her over, you know?" Like, she's got that sort of anxiety.
But as the kids see her, they like pretty much perk up and they all each go to hug her. Some a little more vigorously than you would like, but she's loving it.
Are there any joint poppings that happen when she gets hugged?
No.
Dang.
No. She's not old.
I really wanted to see Miru freak out at that.
Yeah. I wanted to hear like a back pop and Mira to go, "Oh my god!" Somebody
So
with a water bottle just crinkling it.
So the day continues. She mostly tells the kids about history, a little bit about the history across Browlerand over the past 10 or so years. But at a point, they're like, oh, we're tired. The kids say, oh, we're tired. Can you tell us one of your stories? And she's like, oh, I don't know if we have time. And all the kids are like, oh, please, 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 please tell us. And she says, okay. I will tell you. The story of a mysterious group of bird people, a little like me, but also very different. And she starts weaving this tale, or not weaving, telling this tale of a group of bird people, unlike what they've seen in that area, who live far in the cold mountains.
Bruh.
She says that most people don't know if they are truly real, but they do know that there are extraordinary things that people would not expect from that area. The kids are enraptured as they... I'm sorry, I just saw the thing. The kids are enraptured as they're hearing about this, how everything they do seems a little bit more mystical, a little bit more fantastic. And she talks about strong warriors, adept crafters. And she says, of course, this is all just stories that have been passed around other bird people when I was flying around and meeting people. But I did meet one a long time ago. And she was a beautiful bird person. Her feathers were white like the snow, and her eyes were the most piercing yellow you've ever seen. Of course, I did not meet her for long, but I hear that she's still traveling around. Maybe you'll meet her one day. And they say, you think so? You think so? She nods enthusiastically, and the kids start chattering amongst themselves. She flashes you the bird equivalent of a grin.
For the sake of sanity, our beaks can curve.
Maybe there's like muscles at the corners of the beaks or something.
A bit weird.
Yeah, like let's go slightly more cartoon bird than anatomically correct.
So they've got teeth too.
Only when they're smiling with them.
Retractable teeth, like toothless.
That would be a bit weird.
Oh my god. I need to be a toothless dragonborn now.
Oh gosh.
I want to meet Meru's mom so badly.
So
Did she ever name the snowy owl that she met?
no.
Got it.
So
Actually, we find out that Meru and Sienna are like distant cousins.
she flashes a big grin at you, or the bird equivalent of a grin, and you can tell she is very, very happy doing this kind of thing. A couple of maybe a half an hour more and school is over. The kids all run off. They're like, oh, thank you, bye, bye. And some of them go up to you and tug on your robe. And they're like, oh, do you know if what your mom said is true? Why did I say it in that voice? Do you know if what your mom said is true?
I'll tell you what. I've met one of them.
What? No way! What are they like? How are they? What is it?
Oh, she's a fierce spider. She is so strong. I once saw her cut a boulder in half with a axe.
No way! And the kids get even more excited.
That's amazing.
And I saw her glare at another boulder, and it ran away crying.
I think you're lying.
Checks out. Yeah, that checks out.
Boulders can't run.
Angry burp.
Oh, this one did. That's just how scared she made it. That's how tough she is.
Ah. All of the kids are like, ah, da, 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 da. But
We're gonna visit this village and they're gonna have me stare down a boulder.
Meru does do a quick little reaches into his pocket, quickly casts minor illusion, pulls out a small like a hand-sized rock, right?
Mm-hmm.
And says, yeah, "Hang on, I'm gonna tell this rock it's her name." Rock just grows legs, runs away.
The kids like start squealing and laughing and clapping with glee. And your mom is sitting behind looking at all this, resting, but looking so impressed at you. It's just like, oh, okay, I see.
Strictly, I think that's outside of the purview of the spell without the illusionist background, but you know.
I'll allow it. It's cute.
Rule of cool at that point.
Yeah.
We'll visit this village one day and there will just be a statue of Sienna. With a giant axe. Staring at a boulder.
And if they try to get me to tell them more, I'm like, no more. I'm too tired. I must take my mother home.
Oh, you're no fun. Okay. And so the kids run off. And your mom is like, I don't remember teaching you that.
See, do you? I know you've met Lord Felka, yes?
Yes, I have.
Did you ever meet his sorcerer?
No, I didn't even know he had one.
Yes, he does. He mostly just helps out around the place with the spell here and a spell there. I managed to get on his good side.
So.
That's a story for another time.
Well, you're going to have to come visit soon so you can tell me everything.
As soon as I can.
Oh.
Now let me help you home before I leave.
So you both end up going home. She is so just happy that you were able to come visit. And of course she's asking, like, when can I expect you next? When can I see you again?
Meru non-committal as ever, but doing it in that over-the-top sort of way, like, I'll be home when the setting sun something, you know.
So
cleverly and tongue-in-cheekily evading giving actually useful answers.
Mm-hmm. So she playfully laughs along, and whenever it is that you decide to head off, she hugs you and she says, well, don't forget to write home, or at least reach out.
As often as I get the chance.
And again, Meru, don't worry about me. The community here, they're very kind. They bring me food every so often, too. So, I'll make do.
Take care of yourself, Mom.
You take care of yourself.
Oh, you know I'm more than capable of that.
Yes, but you are facing a lot more danger than I am.
I didn't tell you anything about any danger.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's no danger.
Of course not. Of course there's no danger. Now off with you.
Meru spreads his wings dramatically and takes off into the sky, whirling as he goes.
She gives you a little wave and just continues to look on wistfully as you fly away, her becoming a little figure and then a dot. And honestly, I think that we can end it there for tonight.
A good place to end it.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining us. You now know a little bit more about Teldian's background and Mary's background. And who else am I going to dig into next time?
Possibly a little bit more about Sienna's background. We'll find out.
Still a long ways away, I think.
Once again, let me shout out everyone. We have Melodor219, Matthew, playing Ziana. We have Emily, aka Ember, playing Sienna, our angry burb.
Now immortalized forever in the eyes of those children.
We have Howie, aka Blue, aka Strgtscntst, playing Meru. We have KrimzonKnight Gaming, aka Jamey, playing Jason. And we have Tim, aka Lincoln Yellow, aka Golden Knight, playing Teldian. We will be back in 2 weeks' time on the 26th. And I believe our party will come back together again at that point. But until then, you could catch this episode again if you missed the beginning or if you want to like go back and comb through things. Not only on twitch.tv, but on YouTube. It'll be going up tomorrow, hopefully, as long as I don't forget. And I will be streaming my normal games tomorrow at 1 and at 7. So, I believe that's it. Is there anything that I'm forgetting, guys? Or anything you all want to, like, shout out? No?
I'm trying to think, and I don't think there's anything that I'm missing. Tune in next time to see Bird Diet Hand at Bird of Bird.
Yeah.
Bird on bird
If
crime.
Sienna
Bird on
finds
bird
out Meru will we know if Meru snitched? Will we ever meet Meru's mom? Find out next time.
On Dungeons and Dragons Ballsy.
I was gonna go with same bat time, same bat channel, but hey.
Different nerddom.
Oh, let's see if
Different
there's...
generations of nerds.
Let's see, is there anyone stream... Oh! Do y'all want to raid people doing a TTRPG based on Mass Effect?
Yes.
I mean, who doesn't?
That sounds amazing. Now I want to do a Mass
So this
Effect
is the rest of my evening.
RPG. Where I am a bloodthirsty Krogan? No.
Yes, please. So that's the end of our this D&D campaign, right? We're picking up Mass Effect. That's what I'm hearing.
That does sound pretty awesome, or it would if I cared much about Mass Effect.
Dang. Well, let us raid
I never could get into it.
Let us raid High Shelf Collective. They have raided us once before. They are cool people, and they are in the middle of their game right now. So let's head on over. You can tell them that we said hi, and we shall see you next time in 2 weeks. Have a good night, everybody.
Night.
Good night.